Hello there, people. We are back for another video or stream. Sorry about that. Waiting for my co-host here, but we are reviewing Mask of Zorro.
Yeah, I really like this film, Trey. I'm really glad we picked chose to watch this movie, dude. Because I've not
Yeah,
watched in a long ass time, so I'm looking forward to get into the weeds with this.
because it's been a minute. Like I remember I had the VHS for this movie when I was a kid. Because um, I kind of a weird connection, but
Yeah, I
because it was
remember.
TriStar, it was Godzilla '98 had would have like the commercial, like a trailer for this movie, and then the VHS for this would have a trailer for that. So
Yeah, I remember renting this bad boy back in the day at Blockbuster Video on the
yeah,
back in the
I think
day.
I did too. And then I think I at one point did own the VHS. I
Yeah,
don't think I ever got the DVD though, but it's a great one. It's
yeah. So
fun.
I rented on DVD back in the day at Blockbuster, and then I went to I watched the movie, returned it, and my Walmart and Blockbuster were like maybe like 2 minutes away from each other. So I went from returning the movie, then going to Walmart and buying it on DVD for like $5 back in the day.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, you want to get into the plot tray and all that stuff? We can just go right into it.
Before we get into the spoilers, I mean the basic plot. Zorro is a legend.
Yeah.
Um, who basically steals from the rich. It's a little Robin Hood kind of,
Hmm.
like he steals from the evil rich people,
Yeah.
and Antonio Banderas becomes the new um, Zorro, who the original Zorro was Anthony
Hopkins.
Hopkins,
Yeah.
who kind of becomes his trainer because Alejandro, that's the main character's name. That's Antonio Banderas' character. He's a robber, like a kind of robber, but gets bailed out by Anthony and basically starts training. Also, Catherine Zeta-Jones is in this. She's a daughter of I don't remember what her dad's name was.
Oh, I have it. Montero. His last name was
Mon-
Montero.
Don Raphael. So
Yeah,
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 he's
yeah,
her
yeah.
father.
Not Montero. What am I thinking? Never mind. Yeah.
No, that's his last name. That's the last name. That's the last name. Elena is Catherine's character, and you kind of have like a Batman dynamic here, sort of towards the end, where by day he's Alejandro, but by night he's Zorro,
Yeah.
kind of deal. But I guess we can get into the actual start of the movie now. So we
Mhm.
kind of we start in 1821. We're in California when California wasn't a state yet. And we see the original Zorro take out the corrupt people. And he ends up stopping the execution. We get this kind of cool opening action scene in this movie, which I actually I really love this opening action scene. Thought it was done well. Thought it was a really good way to introduce Zorro. Um, we actually see he has a son later on, kind of like, because we're gonna call back to that scene later on in the movie, and then they're trying to stop Don Raphael, he's the main bad guy of the movie, um, who's like this evil rich man, and yeah, and Montero ends up killing the original uh kills the original um La Vega's wife and takes the daughter. So basically Elena, it's sort of like if you remember Mortal Kombat, it's Shao Kahn, how he takes Katana as his own, even though she's not his real daughter. It's kind of like that. So as his own. And then we jump ahead, and this is where we meet Alejandro and his friend Joaquin, who are a couple of bandits. They end up getting captured by Captain Harrison, who works for Montero. He's also he's like the physical bad guy in the movie, where he does like a lot of the fighting and stuff. And Joaquin, his friend, ends up killing himself. Well, well, I mean, fuck it, I already said it. And Montero who's an adult now, is she's told, like, we're introduced to her and how her life's going and how she does, like, you see a lot of her doing these rich people things. While this happens, Alejandro meets the original Zorro, who's played by Anthony Hopkins. Um, is Don Diego de la Vega. So he meets him, starts training with him, and yeah, like, I think overall, what I love about this movie is the pacing. I love how it doesn't. I think it's pretty quick too. The set design's really good. They really did a good job with, like, making you feel like you're in the 1800s. Um, really fun characters. Overall, just great everything. And honestly, I think I liked everything about this movie. Like, and like, just, I think one thing too. I think this movie, and like, it came out a year before The Mummy, but like this and The Mummy were like just kind of fun adventure movies.
Yeah, and like we were talking about too, Trey, like the whole setting, like the costume designs too in this film was really, really well done and detailed. I really
Yeah,
that was really that went far with me too in this movie.
and
But
the dialogue too. Like,
it's
it
just a
actually made you feel like you were there.
yeah, and it's just a basic like revenge story a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Kind of.
because
Yeah.
Don Diego Vega, he stops being Zorro because his wife's killed.
Well, yeah, well, he got captured by what's his name's people and put in imprisonment. So it's kind of like the Robin Hood type of story with Kevin Costner a little bit. How Kevin Costner
And I was just
was
talking about, I kind of talked a little bit about the intro, how we meet Alejandro, because he starts off as a bandit with his friend Joaquin, but then they get captured because we meet the second bad guy, Captain Harrison, who he looks like a kind of like a Civil War soldier. I like his look in the movie, and I'm actually shocked that actor's not in more stuff. Apparently, this is like his biggest movie. Apparently,
yeah, it's just like he looked like he'd be like a great like General Custard type of
he was very general look. But yeah, Alejandro ends up escaping, but his friend Joaquin has to kill himself. He kind of sacrifices himself so Alejandro can get away, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like I said, I was talking about like the action sequences. This kind of reminds me of The Mummy. Like, it has that kind of same kind of adventure feel to it.
Yeah.
To me.
Especially did you ever talk about the plot, Trey, about his brother and him getting caught? Sorry.
Yeah. I kind of went through the intro, how De La Vega's wife gets killed, how Elena gets taken by Montero, as kind of like Thanos with Gamora, if you think about it.
Yep.
And then, we have a time jump. We jump to 1841 now, so we jump ahead 20 years.
Yeah, and we see Montero go to a prison trying to find the original Zorro. He hopes that he's, if I remember right, he's hoping that he has passed away at this point.
Because he doesn't know that the guy he captured was the OG Zorro. So,
no, I think he did, because like he tapped his arm in the film. Remember, like when he's cut, because he gets cut by one of the guards, and when he's trying to save the people that are hostage at the square. I think he knew he was Zorro. I think he was just making sure that he died, so he wouldn't try to come out and try to get revenge on him or something like that. To be fair,
Zorro hasn't been around for 20 years. Essentially, is kind of what they're going for.
Yeah.
But at some point, De La Vega does get freed. I think it's by Alejandro, right?
No, it's one of the guards. He knocked out one of the guards and took the guards. No.
Oh.
Someone got hit in the back of the head. It killed him with a blunt force trauma, and then he went there and took the guy's clothes and pretend he was the dead body. They buried him in the cemetery. Then he gets out and escapes, and then he goes back to wherever the city was in Mexico.
Yeah, and this is where he meets Alejandro.
Or California, excuse me. Going back to California.
Yeah, California.
Yeah, I don't know what part of California, but I know it's definitely part of California.
So yeah, he meets Alejandro at this point. And kind of, I'll just jump ahead a little bit. We'll jump ahead to where they start training. That training sequence is so fun. I love that whole training sequence. It's like, The shot of him when he has the sword, Anthony just breaks his sword. It's so funny.
Yeah, there's some decent comedy in here. Even though it's trying to be a serious film, there is some comedy that's not over the top. It's just there, just the right amounts of it. Honestly,
like he just straight up hits his sword. He's like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah. So he's training him how to become Zorro, basically trying to. It's kind of like Batman Beyond, if you think about like how Batman tries to teach Terry McGinnis how to be
in a way
Batman. Yeah. I mean, sort of, kind of, but yeah, like I enjoyed that part. But like he's making him train and he's trying to make him better. And now he's like really trying to test his will, and like he's getting really angry. Then he wants to challenge Zorro to a fight, and he's like, "Lesson number 1: know your enemy. Lesson number 2: enemy. Take a bath," because he's stinking to high hell.
Yeah, he's like, "Follow me," and then he's just finished.
Yeah, he's like, and there's like, I don't know what it was. Like, it's a cave, but it's over a waterfall. It's very Batman Begins type esque.
Yeah, it looks like a bat cave. Yeah.
I guess lair or hideout. I don't know what you even call it, but like, yeah, like that part's pretty good. And then like, he's telling them they go to town and they see a horse. I think it's a stallion. I think it's a black stallion. And Antonio Banderas' character sees it and he's like, looks like just like your old horse, Tornado, I think it was called.
Yeah,
so he's like,
Tornado.
He's like, Zorro needs a horse. So he goes in there that night and pretty much steals the horse, even though the army was trying to tame the horse. The horse was trying to be rebellious and trying to get away. Antonio Banderas' character goes in there and pretty much becomes the horse whisperer, calms him down. Then the general, he's like, "I'll see you tonight," blah blah blah. And this part right here, when he tries to steal the horse, this where it's actually really entertaining. It's good and it's really funny.
Yeah, this is where we kind of get Zorro kind of reintroduced to the plot. Because he gets spotted. He tries to be sneaky, but he eventually gets spotted, and he has to try to avoid all the guys. I love how the choreography of this.
Yeah.
Because you can tell he wasn't trying to kill people. Oh, yeah. We also have to mention he had already met Elena by this point.
Yeah, he was trying to go into the barracks, and he saw her there, and she sees him, and blah, blah, blah. And already you can tell they got some tension going on.
Tension. Yeah, there's some tension there.
Yeah.
You can tell he's trying not to kill people, so he's like knocking them out.
Yeah.
But then he runs into this bigger guy.
Yeah, I mean, Zorro's pretty much like it's pretty much like Batman with the whole like no kill element to it. Honestly, he'll beat the fuck out of you. Like you might lose a couple teeth and might have some brain damage, but he's gonna kill you. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, this whole scene with him trying to steal the horse, and he's like, "Let's get out of here!" And he gets on the horse, and the horse just totally goes through the wall and totally just leaves him in the dust. Like that horse is gone with the quickness.
And go ahead.
Go ahead.
When he runs into the bigger guy.
Oh yeah, this dude was like 7 foot tall, and the guy's they tell him that trying to think of the word we can say because we're on YouTube. They told him basically to delete him, take him out.
Fuck him up basically. Cause
up
to this point, he was kind of fucking the other guys up relatively.
Oh, he was using his wit. He was using his brain more than he was anything.
He was bobbing. He was dodging them. He was kind of misdirecting them and shit.
Yeah.
But
and then he grabs
runs into the big guy.
Then he grabs these like 2 cannonballs, pretty much.
Yeah, because he was getting thrown around for a little bit at this point.
Yeah, and he just gets the cannonballs and just freaking smacked the crap out of him with this.
Yeah, he hit him a couple of times.
Yeah, like he just hit the crap out of this guy's face, and all of a sudden, all of his teeth fell out. That was a great comedic time too.
Knocked out. Yeah, his teeth fall out, his brain fall off, and then he gets knocked out. But yeah, for a little bit, he was getting thrown around. And I even made if you remember Rush Hour 3, where they run into the big Asian dude.
Oh yeah, that boy got hit by Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds. I made the joke while we were watching it. You reminded me.
But
he got a head like Barry Bonds.
So one of these guys have a torch, and like Zorro lights the cannonball, and when he does, someone drops a torch, and there's gunpowder in the area. So he's trying to stop the gunpowder from going off, of course, like the flame. But all of a sudden, like he grabs like the thing of rum, or it looked like rum. and like picked it up and started running with it. And all of a sudden, he saw the wick get lit again, and he ran like his like dependent on it. He's like, "Fuck the rum!" He said, "I'm out of here." He just gets out of there,
Yeah,
and the whole building blows
everybody.
up.
Yep, everybody dips. They all dip. Yeah, the building blows up, and he gets back to Elena, and she even asks, like, "Did you kill anybody?" He's like, "No, no."
Yeah, so he goes to so he's trying to escape, and all of a sudden he finds a monastery. It's a church, but I don't think it's a monastery, but it's a church. It's a Catholic church, and
Yeah,
he's trying to run into it. Like he's trying to run and trying to hide. And there's a padre there, and he's praying, and he's like, he turns him around. He's like, Zorro, it's been 20 years. He's like, where you been? Blah blah blah. He's like, I don't have time to talk now, Father. Can you please hide me? He's like, oh, it's just like the good old days. And he's like, taps him like, dude, can't you tell the difference between Zorro from there and then? Like that was like 20 years ago, bro. Like what are you talking about? Like it's a totally different night and day thing, but like that's going down. He's hiding in the confession box or the confession.
and that's where she comes in, and they have their conversation. Once again, you see that tension there. You know, there's something there between them. But then Harrison and his people show up, because I'm assuming he heard about what happened the night before.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think it's the same time. I mean, I think it just happened like not even 20 minutes ago. That's why he's hiding, type of deal.
Yeah, he's
right?
hiding, and then, so Harrison must have just heard about it. Then he goes to the church.
Yeah, they're trying to find him, trying to find out where his whereabouts so we can get him under arrest. Blah blah. And like, there's the padre comes like, this is the house of the Lord. He's like, don't worry, padre, we'll be back before he gets back. I was like, ooh, okay.
So, but he does manage to escape, because he talks to Elena like one quick last time, and then he crawls up, like there's like a crawl space kind of thing in that confessional area.
Yeah, I think he like got the sword and then drew like a square to get out of there to escape on top of the confession box. But anyways, but like he tells like Helena, it's like the padre's right here. He's like, step back, and he looks in there, and there's a big hole in the top of the confession box, and he just like, I'll talk to you later, Father. And so pretty much not spoiler alert, but like later on he does live up to that promise, but when he says, I'll talk to you later about to the padre.
Yeah. So that goes on. De La Vega does admonish him because he stole something. Because he's like, Zorro was a hero. He didn't steal.
Yeah.
So he tells him, though, if you want to get trust from Elena, because she only knows him as Zorro. She doesn't really know him as him. Yeah. So he poses as a nobleman. So we get this scene, like this kind of party scene, basically, where like all these hoity-toity rich people are. Yeah, and I thought this scene was funny because he was just shit talking Harrison the whole time.
Oh yeah, he was totally just totally shit talking. Came out off as an arrogant prick, just like, oh, slavery, it's very good and stuff like that. It's like, whoa, buddy. Like, I know he's playing up a role. It's like, geez, all right, cool, but that was pretty good. But like the whole part with him, like Helena. Again, we go back to that part. The excuse me. The tango, I guess that was tango, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The dancing? Yeah. Like I said, you can definitely tell they were, into each other, especially in that.
Well, because she dances with Harrison, you could tell it made fucking.
Yeah, it's like dancing with it's like dancing with your brother type of deal, or sister, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And but then when they dance, and you could tell Harrison was bad because he could actually tell, oh my God, they actually do have a connection. He could tell.
Oh, yeah, he got cooked. That dude got
he got cuffed. He legit got cuffed, bro.
Real.
Because they were like, actually, cause in the end of it, that kind of deal where they like almost look like they're going to kiss kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like they did that. Also, you got to get I don't know if Batman Begins, I'm not going to say it was inspired by this scene, but it's not Batman Begins, Dark Knight. Where if you remember the scene of Dark Knight where Bruce gets asked about Batman, you kind of get a scene like that in this.
Yeah.
Where Alejandro gets asked about Zorro.
Yeah. So that goes down, and like all the what they call them, all the like the corrupt people. Then they call them the Dons, I believe they did.
Yeah, the Dons. Yeah, Dons. Yeah.
So that's going down. Antonio Banderas' character goes in there, and he's trying to listen in what the plans are. He's like, hey, tomorrow we're going to be doing a I can't remember the term they use, but we're going to be doing like a taking people to see sights or whatever the case was. And like they go in there, and when they do, they're running an enslavement camp, pretty much.
Yep.
And you go in there and see everyone there, including the Padre that the what's his name was just talking to, the not Confederacy soldier, but the
The
what's his
bad
name?
guy, the
Yeah,
main
what's his
bad
name?
guy,
Yeah,
Stuart Wilson. Because Don Rafael Montero. Because if you know the actor, it took me a second. He is the bad guy he's Jack Travis from Lethal Weapon 3. And then
yeah,
when I noticed it, I'm like, okay, I see the eyes. It's just he looks way different.
yeah,
Granted,
totally
six
different.
years later. This is 6 years later, to be fair. So
Yeah. But like that's going down, and like you see Jack, one of the bandits that was with him and his brother in the beginning of the movie. He's still
yeah,
alive. He's a prisoner now, and like he's going on this whole speech about how, like, I steal money and whiskey and gold. You guys steal people's lives, and he's like, I'm not going to take it no more. And like he gets on this mining cart, hits
yeah,
the like pretty much like he's coming to fall full force, and all of a sudden he just bounces off the cart, comes out, and he just gets bang banged right there in
yeah.
midair.
You get shot. Yeah, you
Yeah.
get killed. And so we find out what he actually wants to do. So Montero wants to buy California from Santa Ana.
Yeah.
So
And
because
he's using the gold, that the Santa's gold, to buy the state, I believe. That's the whole
yeah, so
scheme of it.
he's basically fucking them over with their own money.
Yep.
So
So that's going down, and like pretty much it's a retcon mission for Antonio Banderas' character. So like we get all that's going down, and he's like the soldier. He tells everyone an exact quote: "I want to see you in my office later on." He's like, maybe some other time. It's like, nah, I want to see you later on. So I guess he acquiesces and goes to the meeting with them. And then when he does, he shows up, and like you see like uh his brother's remains left in a jar,
yep,
and it was weird. Like his
it was
head's in the jar, his hands in the
hand.
jar. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like, why don't you have a drink? And he wants him to drink from the jar where his brother's head's in his hand. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? So he
because
goes in there,
I think he put liquor in it. That's why.
he put something in there. I think it was formaldehyde or something. I don't know, but like he did that. He's like, have a drink. He's like, what you do to people was sickening. He's like, he had a brother. He said, I'll find him. Pretty much telling him without telling him, I know you're his brother, and I'm gonna prove it, type of deal.
Yeah, and he also clearly thinks he's Zorro too.
Yeah. Yep. So that's going down.
And
All of a
then
sudden,
Zorro,
Antonio.
yeah,
Go
because
ahead,
Antonio switches to becoming Zorro. Because I think he has another quick meeting with Montero after he leaves. And then
Yeah, he
while
breaks
he's like,
into
it's
the
like,
office. He's trying to find the plans of what they're going to do, like the blueprint
yeah,
type of deal with the mind and stuff like that.
and Harrison comes back. He's like a hallway, right? They're like in a hallway kind of area.
Yeah. Harrison looks at the folder they had, and like there's no the important document that they had is no longer there, and he's putting two together, like that guy's here. And then when he does, Zorro appears, and we're off and going with him as
and he already has the sword on him.
Yep.
Well, you did string guards, but by the time he already had the sword on him.
Yeah, he already got him. Yeah, he already had the jump on him.
So the guards do show up, and then he forces Harrison to tell him, "Hey, tell them to drop the guns."
Yep, drop their weapons, and then he told him to bend down and touch your toes. And he's like, "Excuse me." And Zorro kicks the two guards out the window, then gives the guy's sword back, and they have a cool sword fight. And I will say, from what I can tell, I couldn't see any like stunt doubles or like people like that at all. I think these guys were actually doing the work. I think they were actually.
Yeah, because there's a scene later where I think it's closer to the end, because this is when he actually has this. Because he doesn't have his full on costume yet. He mainly has the hat and the cape, but he doesn't have the full on costume like you see in the promo pics till later.
Yeah.
And there's a scene later, like remember when he's on the fucking lights, when he jumps on the lights? I think that was him. I think that's Antonio Banderas actually doing that sequence.
Yeah, I think he did his actual stunts, which is pretty cool. Like that's pretty rare you see people do that. Like besides Tom Cruise, of course, but like
Tom Cruise and like Jackie Chan. Like there's a couple, but yeah, so that's kind of cool. because it makes the fight scenes look more real.
Yeah.
But he manages to escape with the plan still.
Yeah.
And Harrison, you could tell he's mad at himself. Like, I had him.
Yeah, he's pissed. He's pissed. And all of a sudden, you see Helena pop up, and she's watching Zorro. And then Zorro goes to the horse stables. Now, this is where we get Helena and Zorro into a sword fight.
Because she doesn't know it's Alejandro yet.
I think she has her suspicions, but she's not sure type of deal, right?
Yeah, and she's like, you stole from my father. And
I mean,
obviously, she doesn't know her dad's a bad guy yet, right? Like, she doesn't know it.
But like, real quick, Trey, like, honestly, it kind of gave me like Batman Forever vibes, like how Nicole Kidman's character is more in love with Batman than she actually is with Bruce Wayne, type of deal.
Yep.
Type of feeling a little bit.
And she wants to defend. Oh, you also find out, like, she plays like she's this novice with sword. Nope, she actually knows how to use a sword.
Oh yeah,
like she actually knows how. Like because she actually gives Zorro a fight. Like she even slices like a part of his suit.
Yeah, and so they're going back and forth, and all of a sudden Zorro's like, he gets the upper hand. He's like, stand up, and I guess she thought he was going to kill her or delete her, I guess you can say. But like, he grabs a sword and he just goes in there and pretty much cuts off her dress. And every time they're having to fight, he keeps on like kissing her and stuff to throw off her game, which is I thought that was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, and I love how like, well, you cut my suit, and then he cuts her fucking dress too.
Yeah, kind of like eye for an eye type of deal.
Yeah, but because I think he was a little surprised. Like, wait, you can actually use a sword? Okay.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna keep it real. Catherine Zeta-Jones is looking fine in this movie.
She was hot here, man. I don't know what she did to herself. I'm not trying to shit on Catherine Zeta-Jones too much because I still think she's a good actress. It's just why? Like, I think she would have aged gracefully like a Salma Hayek, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. She looks kind of scary now. But anyways, moving on. Moving on. But that happens, and like he's telling Antonio Banderas is telling Anthony Hopkins to plan. He's like, they got people in imprisonment and all that stuff. And he's like, we have to save them. We have to get them out of there. Blah blah. And then Anthony Hopkins just hits him with like, I'm not gonna help you. I have to go and get Helena back from Montero. And like he's like, what do you mean you're not gonna help? He's like, I helped those people 20 years ago, and look what they got me. So kind of like, I was kind of confused by that a little bit. Like he helped, like he built him up to be Zorro, right? And he's like, kind of like a grumpy old man. It's like, I lost 20 years of my life trying to protect the people of California, type of deal.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
he's a little jaded. It really didn't make sense because one, they didn't set it up. Why are you building a prodigy? I think the idea was you're him now. I was only building you up so you could take the role. I think that's what they were going for, but
it came off like that. Like the way that modern Hollywood is, it was like kind of made me like, oh man, they're really gonna be he's just gonna be jaded, grumpy old dude. Like then why, know?
But at least unlike current Hollywood, he does come back in the end.
Yeah, and that's what he told him. He's like, you're Zorro now. You do it. You protect the people and you get them out of there. Blah 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 type of deal, right?
And I think at this point, Elena's father and Harrison kind of turn on Elena because I think they know what she's doing now.
Well, that too, but like I like the way how Anthony Hopkins was able to like even though he's old, right? He was still able to go in there and sneak into the compound of Montero's home and was able to get in there being undetected and just put the guy at well, I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. Let's just say he had a sword and persuaded him to do what his will, pretty much. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just say it like that. So that happens, and then like he's like telling him to call for Helena. So he calls for Helena, and she's like, well, you know what? We got back up a little bit, Trey, because I forgot about that scene. There's a scene where Anthony Hopkins is what's the word? I'm brushing the horse.
Yeah.
Zorro's horse. I don't know what this. I don't even know if they gave the horse a name, right?
Tornado.
So it's Tornado 2, I guess you can say.
Yeah, because
that
was his main horse. Yeah.
Hold on, Trey. Yeah, keep on going, Trey.
Yeah, Tornado was his main horse, so he brushes him. We get a scene of him breaking in. Um, so we also get a reveal of De La Vega revealing, I think, to his parents that he is the original Zorro, and but Montero captures him once again. The mission doesn't go well, and yeah, so basically the third act is just really a rescue mission, essentially, where Alejandra Zorro has to rescue both now De La Vega and Elena, and we get a sword fight with him and Harrison, which I thought was actually done really well, and thought that went pretty good. Um, Also, De La Vega does eventually get freed. We get a sword fight with him, but unfortunately, he does die. Also, we find out that he is actually her father. He is her real father, not because she didn't know about what happened and how he killed her fake father, killed her, killed De La Vega's wife. So she finds all that out. And I do like with her character, like she's capable, but they don't make her unlikable.
Yeah. She wasn't like the Mary Sue type of character in this film at all.
Yeah. But I thought that scene was done well. We get the reveal that he is her actual father.
Yeah, because the part where he's got Montero and persuade him to do what he wants to do. He clearly, like, she asked, my mother said, my nanny said that my father brought me flowers. Where were they? He gave her the answer, and that's when she like pretty much like, oh, he is my dad. This guy's faking piece of shit, pretty much.
Yep, and kidnapped her essentially. Yeah, yep. lied to her about her whole life. And, yeah.
But yeah, so now we get to the encamp prison part. So now they're going to blow up the mines, and they're going to leave the prisoners there to pretty much
die. Basically, be sacrificial lambs. And
they're getting rid of all the evidence. They're taking all the gold, and they're trying to get rid of all the evidence before Santa Ana. What was it, Santa Ana? Right?
Santa Ana. Yeah.
Yeah. Before they figured out what was going on. So that's going down, and like Zorro is fighting with Harris, and it's back and forth, yada yada yada.
Very back and forth, yeah.
And then Montero shows up with Anthony Hopkins' character, and they have an epic fight. That was pretty good.
That was a good fight, but yeah, like I mentioned earlier, unfortunately, De La Vega, that's his name in the movie, sacrifices himself for all intents and purposes. He sacrifices himself. And yeah, very good back and forth fight. He did look like he was about to win against Montero, but then Montero gets a good shot on him, and unfortunately, he's left dying. But Alejandro comes in and also fights Montero, and they basically kill the bad guys. Like, pretty much the bad guys are dead now. And Zorro and this is also where she finds out he's Alejandro. And yeah, they free the prisoners, and we get a little nice last moment with Zorro and Alejandro and De La Vega, and I think Elena, because De La Vega is her real father, and basically he says some kind of dying last kind of words, and basically and I think that's the end of the movie. And then you kind of get the Elena and Alejandro get married. They have a son, and basically Alejandro tells his son the deed of Zorro. Kind of calls him back to the scene earlier in the movie. And yeah, but I got to just take it home now. Something came up, but Alrighty, chat. We'll be back next week for kind of fitting. We're gonna be reviewing Batman Begins. We should also, from the show pinned down, we should be live Wednesday. Unless something comes up, we should be good Wednesday for Dynamite and also the Saturday stream next week. And then next week here for Batman Begins. But that will be all. Talk to y'all later. And Mr. T says goodbye too. So other than that, guys, we'll talk to y'all later. Peace.